There's a test you can do right now, in your living room. No equipment, no gym. Takes about 2 minutes, and it can predict, with startling accuracy, how many years you have left. I know that sounds dramatic, but this isn't some internet quiz. This comes straight from a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. And the results? They shook the researchers who ran it. Here's what's wild. The test has nothing to do with your heart, nothing to do with your lungs or your blood pressure. It's about balance. Specifically, whether you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds. That's it. And if you can't, the data says your risk of dying within the next decade nearly doubles. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to take this test yourself, what your score actually means, and, most importantly, what to do if your number isn't what you hoped. We spend a lot of time thinking about our hearts, our weight, our cholesterol, and those things matter. They really do. But balance? Nobody talks about balance. It's not flashy. There's no supplement for it. It doesn't show up in your annual blood work. So most of us just ignore it until we fall. And here's the brutal truth about falls after 55. They are one of the leading causes of death and disability in this country. One bad fall, one broken hip. And for a lot of people, that's where the decline begins. The researchers behind this study weren't just looking at falls. They were asking a bigger question. Can balance predict overall health and lifespan independently of everything else? They followed over 1,700 adults between the ages of 51 and 75 for more than 7 years, and what they found stopped them cold. The test they used is called the sitting rising test, and it's simpler than it sounds. Participants were asked to stand on one leg, without shoes, for 10 seconds. No arms out for balance, no leaning on anything, just stand. Nearly 1 in 5 people couldn't do it. And those who failed? They were 84% more likely to die from any cause within the study period, even after the researchers adjusted for age, sex, and existing health conditions. 84%. That number isn't a typo. The researchers believe balance works as a kind of biological snapshot. It pulls together your muscle strength, coordination, nervous system function, and brain health, all at once. When those systems start to slip, your balance goes first, before most other warning signs appear, so your ability to stand on one leg isn't just a party trick. It's a window into how your body is actually aging. Okay, now let's do the test. You need flat ground, bare feet, and something nearby you can grab if you start to wobble, like a wall or a sturdy chair. Safety first. Here's what to do. Step 1. Stand up straight. Feet together. Step 2. Slowly lift one foot off the ground, just a few inches. Bend your knee slightly. Don't cross your legs. Step 3. Start your timer, or count to 10 in your head. Try to hold still. No holding your arms out. No looking at the floor. Eyes forward. Step 4. Do it on both sides. That's the test. Now, what does your score mean? If you held it for 10 seconds on both sides, great. That's the benchmark. You're in solid shape for your age. If you held it for 5 to 9 seconds, you're in the middle ground. Not a red flag, but a yellow one. Your balance is declining, and now is the time to act. If you couldn't make it to 5 seconds, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. This is your body sending a signal, and signals can be answered. Here's the hope part, and I mean this. Balance is one of the most trainable things about your body, at any age. Researchers have seen meaningful improvement in people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, with consistent, simple practice. You don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. Start small. Every day practice standing on one leg while you brush your teeth. 2 minutes. Both sides. That's it to start. As you get steadier, progress to doing it with your eyes closed. Harder than it sounds. A lot harder. Tai Chi has some of the strongest research behind it for balance improvement in older adults. Even 2 sessions a week makes a real difference. Walking on uneven surfaces, grass, gravel, a trail, forces your stabilizer muscles to wake up. And heel-to-toe walking, like you're on a tightrope, builds the neural pathways your brain uses to keep you upright. None of this is complicated. All of it works. Consistency is the only variable. So here's where you are right now. You know the test. You know your number. And you know that number is not fixed. Balance is trainable. Longevity is something you can actually influence. And you just took the first step by understanding what the real markers of healthy aging look like. The next video covers another underrated predictor of how well you'll age, one that most doctors never check for. It's right there. Watch it next.